As you may remember, we've talked about how Georgia has 5 regions, but now what we're going to talk about is that Georgia also has many different physical features, and each one of these influences the region where they're located and, of course, the lives of the people living right near them. Examples of physical features you probably heard, right? Bodies of water, deserts, mountains, plateaus, and these features, they're not man-made, but rather they're created by nature. The first physical feature I'm going to talk about in Georgia is the fall line, and the fall line divides the Piedmont and the coastal plains regions. It's called the fall line because the elevation drops super fast, allowing for hydropower, and because of that, some of the largest cities in Georgia are located there. You've got Macon, Columbus, Milledgeville, and Augusta all along that fall line. Now, if we move to the south of Georgia, we'll have our next physical feature, and that is the Okefenokee Swamp. And it's in the southeastern corner of Georgia. It's the second largest freshwater swamp in all the United States. It's a national wildlife refuge as of 1937. Its water shallow, about 2 to 4 feet, but it has over 1,000 types of plants and animals, making it a truly unique location. Now, if we go to the north of the state, we find our third physical feature, the Appalachian Mountains. And these mountains, they're 2,050 miles long, 14 US states, 4 Canadian provinces, and only a small part, about 100 miles, are in Georgia. But predictably, these mountains are some of Georgia's highest and wettest areas, and they attract large number of tourists and of course focus on mining for their economic development. Now, if we move all the way to the south of Georgia, below the coastal plains region, you're going to find our fourth physical feature, and that is the Barrier Islands. The Barrier Islands are located, like I said, on that Georgia's southern coast, and what they're doing is protecting it from the water rushing up against it and eroding it. Georgia's early history was key with the Barrier Islands because the Spanish established missions on these islands, and today Georgia's Barrier Islands is known for tourism. You've got Jekyll Island, St. Simon's Island, Tybee Island, and Amelia Island, and that's just a small sampling of those Barrier Islands and all they do. Finally, we're going to talk about the 2 main rivers of Georgia. The first is the Chattahoochee River, and it's the largest river in Georgia. It begins in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and it flows southwest, forming a border with Alabama and emptying into the Gulf of Mexico. Some of Georgia's largest cities are near this river, making it a critical water source. It's a major river in the state, central to transportation, hydropower, recreational activities, and of course, drinking water. Now, if we go to the other side of the state, we have that second major river, and that's the Savannah River. The Savannah River begins in the Appalachian Mountains, and it flows 300 miles towards Savannah, ultimately emptying into the Atlantic Ocean. It is the presence of this river that will ultimately draw James Oglethorpe to settle Georgia, and because of its vicinity. And its deep water makes it a perfect location for a port, and as a result, it is home to one of the world's busiest shipping ports in Savannah. Look, whether it's the majestic heights of the Appalachian Mountains, the biodiversity of the Okefenokee Swamp, the substantial tourism made possible by those barrier islands, or the critical water flowing through the Savannah and Chattahoochee rivers, Georgia and its population are truly shaped by each and every one of these physical features.